Do your finances feel like they're crumbling? I know mine do. I know what you're thinking. Why is Tiffany Trump so much uglier than the other one? Well, don't think that, because we gotta talk about student loan debt. Man, this student loan debt bubble is so real, it's about to collapse, and I feel like no one even cares. Yo, I just read a stat that like 40% of people who took out student loan debt have quit paying. What does that even mean? How are they gonna pay back these loans? I don't even know if it's feasible. How is my generation gonna own a house? How is my generation going to be able to afford kids? How are millennials like me going to be able to participate in all the activities and things that people before us have had the opportunity to do so? We aren't. We got royally fucked. You know what sucks about student loan debt is when people try to relate with you, but they just kind of use the relation to kind of shit on you. Like they'll come up online, you'll see people posting forums like, lol, back in my day, I worked 4 jobs on 3 hours of sleep a night during NAM, and I actually participated in NAM, and I was a war hero with 3 Purple Hearts, and I paid for my college all at the same time. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps, pussy. I'm just reading this shit like, damn, dude, I should probably go to war to pay for my college. Already tried it, man. I just talked to like 3 recruiters from the Air Force, Navy, Army. I was like, yo, man, is there any like debt forgiveness in this shit? And they're like, no. And I was like, okay, fuck. Well, guess I'm back to applying for shit jobs. So is it really, can you really blame the student debt issue on the person? I mean, we've been told since high school that we had to have a college degree or our lives were over. In my high school in particular, they actually shamed you if you didn't plan on going to college. How do they do this? During like June or May, it was like the end of senior year, they had everybody write their name on a card. And then these cards were posted on the wall. And on the card, you were supposed to have your name and the college you intended to go to. Well, all the kids who didn't have a college they intended to go to were singled out, and they kind of made them look like idiots. They kind of shamed them, and you were perceived as being unambitious or just a poor kid, and it was kind of like a classist thing. I mean, I'm not one to come from an affluent background, but I could definitely tell that the majority of kids who were poor, they didn't have a college they intended to go to. Ironically, a lot of those kids are probably doing better than the people who attended college because they didn't become wage slaves for working shitty jobs. They probably got trade jobs, being a welder, doing the HVAC shit, some of that stuff. So really, the school system kind of just shamed people into going to college, and it's really unfair. But before you get on this boat of like, oh dude, like you got to get degrees that are practical, man. Like you didn't get a STEM degree, you didn't get a math degree. Man, I got an accounting degree. I can't find a job. I know plenty of people with STEM degrees who can't find work. I know mechanical engineers who can't find work. So it's not just as, oh, you got a gender studies or a philosophy degree. Pussy. Nah, it's not like that, bro. Like, get off your high horse and realize it's a systemic issue. Our economy has not recovered from the 2008 recession. The government is trying to fill you full of bullshit and propaganda to make it look like things are going well. People know it's not going well. It's a systemic issue. Shit is fucked up. I mean, I'm making YouTube videos in a wig. That's when you know shit is fucked up. Loan bubble is gonna collapse sooner or later. And I'm afraid of when that happens because shit is gonna go down. Already, millennials are being blamed for everything, killing off all these industries. Millennials don't want to buy houses. Millennials shun cars. No, millennials don't shun any of that shit, man. Once you realize we have so much student debt that we can't afford to buy anything. How are we supposed to buy consumer goods when you gotta pay $500 a month plus rent, plus food, plus a whole bunch of other bullshit, plus take a dick in the ass? Fuck, I mean, taking a dick in the ass is the easiest part. I mean, yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, It is not in our favor. This game is fucking rigged. I can't wait until all you baby boomers die, because that's the only way I'm going to get a job. But even then, by the time you all die and those positions open up for promotion, fucking robots are going to take over. So we're kind of screwed, but I hope the silver lining is we can create our own jobs. Because really, that's all we can do. Most jobs are going to be outsourced, or fucking automation is going to take over. So we've got to create our own jobs, which kind of sucks if you're not creative. And I've heard the argument before that some people innately aren't creative because, evolutionary speaking, being creative wouldn't really help you all that much, in the sense that you would stand out and you're more likely to get picked off by a predator. I don't know if that's true, but I do know that I have to make a job or some shit. So what am I trying to say? Well, I'm trying to say that don't be hating if you got student debt. Don't be hating on somebody who's got them loans. And at the same time, don't give up, because I think there's light at the end of the tunnel. I just haven't found it yet, but I'm sure I will. Fuck you!